Till now we have seen Jinwoo come alive again as a player, but there has been no change in his level till now, and then according to the system he will be on all daily basis. He starts completing the task and at last he gets a chance to go to a dungeon where he kills some goblins, but suddenly a wolf comes in front of him. The wolf attacks Jinwoo, but he dodges from the attack and thinks that his body is feeling very light, easy to move. The wolf attacks him again. Then Jinwoo thinks that I have got this second life with great difficulty, so that is why I am not afraid. Jinwoo wonders if his strength has increased, but it is still of no use. Because my strength is still very less compared to the statue, and then he hits that wolf with many punches, but it has no effect on that wolf. So he avoids his attack and thinks, what should I do now? I have nothing but water and food, and if this keeps going on I'm not gonna last long. I wish I had a weapon, and wait, where's my inventory? And then we see Jinwoo. In his inventory there is one sword, it's from Mr. Kim. He takes out that sword, and then as soon as the wolf attacks him, Jinwoo cuts off the wolf's head. Jinwoo then thinks that I don't know how this sword came into my inventory. Mr. Kim had said that he got this sword for 3 million and I can't even afford it, so where did it come from? And then we see that, but then there are 2 more wolves. Then Jinwoo says that as long as I have this sword, I don't need to fear anyone, but we see that the sword is stuck in the ground. Jinwoo with all his strength manages to take out that sword and attacks the wolf, but we see a wolf catching his sword with his mouth. Then Jinwoo says that your teeth are really made of steel. Now I have got the sword, I can't lose, so he gives a kick and the sword cuts wolf mouth. He thinks now these things are less dangerous. We see a wolf runs away from there in fear. Then Jinwoo says, looking at his status, my level has increased, but it has never happened so fast while performing daily tasks, so maybe it is because of this fight and my level has increased so much. His wounds have also healed automatically, so it means when I level up all my abilities increase by 1 point. I used to get 3 points by completing daily tasks, but here I am getting 5 points, which means if I do more battle, I will level up quickly. I don't know how my abilities will increase in the future. I can see my strength. I can tell how light my body is feeling, so it means the higher your basic ability, the more points you will get for this. I mean, I can actually level up as a player. And then he starts looking for magic items among those wolves, but he finds a wolf's tooth and thinks very strange things are happening to me. If this is all just a game, so does it mean that these dungeons and this magic beast are different from other normal dungeons? And then a shop menu appears in front of him, but we see that due to his current level he is not able to buy anything, and then he sells that wolf's tooth, which gives him 20 gold coins, and he says I don't know how much cash these 20 gold coins will give me, but this is just an E-rank dungeon, so I don't think 20 gold coins is not much. What should I do? I cannot leave from here without defeating the boss. Nor do I feel that I am not going to get the teleporting stone so soon, and if I continue like this, I will die here without food, even if it is an E-rank dungeon. But still I don't think I will be able to beat the boss, but maybe if I keep leveling up like this I will be able to beat him, or maybe I will die before that. And then we see there are a lot of wolves. Then we see that he starts fighting with those wolves one by one and says I will not die so easily, and I don't think you are also not going to die so easily. And then he starts remembering his journey and starts killing those wolves there and thinks that as long as I am alive, I will keep fighting till my last breath, and I'm not going to stop until I become stronger. And then we see him kill all the wolves there, which makes him level up a lot, and he gets the title of Wolf Destroyer. Then we see here the dungeons in the real world are about to collapse, but no one has come to stop the dungeon. Then here Jinwoo says, now this sword is not going to last long. Now it seems that this fight is over, and then we see that all his abilities increase to 40 and he gets a lot of items including teleport stone. Then he says, what should I do? Should I go back? But I don't think I won't get another chance to get stronger like this easily. I don't know what will happen to this dungeon. Will it disappear? It's as if some unknown power is playing a game with me. I can't go out of here. And then Jinwoo starts going deeper into the dungeons. Then we see here that Juhee gets a call from the Hunter Association in which she is told about the dungeon break, and she wonders if it happened because of me, because I refused to go with them, and then they start calling her for help. Then Juhee remembers Jinwoo. She says yes, to go there. Then here Jinwoo is thinking about killing monsters in the dungeons. Whenever I level up, my battles with other magic beasts become easier, and also the magic beast has a name on it. Its color also keeps changing, like if the color is white then it means it is weaker than me. If the color is orange then it is as strong as me, and if the color is red then it means it is much stronger than me. First, the name of these wolf was also in red color but now they have become white, so it means that my strength has increased, but still I do not believe that I cannot defeat the monster below. This is probably because of my improved perception, from which I can tell that the monster down here is going to be very scary. Now even my level is not increasing. If I fight with this sword anymore, it will break. Then we see Jinwoo going down below. After some time he reaches a platform where there is water around and then a snake monster attacks him, due to which his sword breaks. Then Jinwoo thinks that even though I have reached level 15, still this monster name is written in orange color. So it means he is the boss here. He is completely covered with hard skin, so it means the sword is useless against him, but I can't fight with him even with my hands. And then we see that monster attacks Jinwoo. He starts fighting with it with his broken sword and thinks I have to weaken its defense somehow. And then the monster attacks Jinwoo and throws him into the water and attacks him again, but Jinwoo avoids this attack and then the monster again throws him away after throws the train at him. Then Jinwoo thinks I thought I'd become a little stronger, but I'm still very weak. After all, how much stronger do I have to be to defeat this monster? Then Jinwoo remembers what Mr. Song told him, that everyone call you the weakest hunter. So you have to work very hard so that you can change. Then we see the monster attacks Jinwoo again and throws him on a pillar and destroying it. Then Jinwoo says I was given that name because I was the weakest and I always felt that I was useless. The one who has a lot of power remains undefeated and the weak always bow before him. The weak are afraid just standing in front of him. People who are weak have always been underestimated, whether weak, smart or knowledgeable, but they are nothing in front of a strong one, and that is why those people are cheated. Hence gentle is absolutely useless. If I want to prove something, then I have to be strong, and that's why I have come here. And then he starts climbing on top of that monster, and then we see that monster throws him down again and Jinwoo gets up again and says I will stay strong. The attacks him. Jinwoo stops the attack and thinks I can't give up so easily because this is nothing compared to that thing and it can't even scare me like the statue. And we see Jinwoo starts fighting with that monster and holds it with his hands and thinks I have put all my ability points into strength, so now it's time to use it. He starts pressing hard and says I am going to kill you now, and then we see that he starts strangulating him with all his might, due to which the snake starts bleeding and at the end it dies. Then Jinwoo is happy and says, I finally got some strength, and then we see Jinwoo getting a weapon made from the tooth of that snake which has twice the power of the previous sword. It also can paralyze anyone. By doing this, his health can be reduced by 1 per second, and then he also gets an A-rank poison. A notification appears in front of him in which it is written that you have defeated this boss. Due to this place will convert back to normal form, and then we see everything becomes normal and Jinwoo is out of the station. He arrives at a place where everything around him is empty. Then an officer asks him to go to his home so that he can be safe. But as soon as the officer sees Jinwoo's sword, he realizes that Jinwoo is a hunter, and then he starts taking him to the dungeon. Then Jinwoo wonders if something has happened here. Then looking at the devastation, he says that it seems that the dungeon has been broken, so does it mean that all the soldiers came to help? Then the officer says among themselves all of the monster are dead, now only one giant magic beast is left. Then Jinwoo uses his perception to realize that that big monster is of a boss level, and then we see here a lot of people are taking photos of that monster. And they are not listening to the police. Then we see here many hunters are trying to stop that monster, and then one hunter is saving everyone from the attack. The healers are healing. Then the hunter says that after all the fight we have not been able to weaken it even a bit. Then a fighter says that the defense of the monster is really very strong. We don't even have many magic users. Then here Jinwoo thinks that this is a temporary team, due to which they are not able to work together, and on top of that, these people are very low level hunters. There are 80 rank hunters and 1D rank hunter. He is a tanker, which is why this battle is going on for a very long time. That why not many people get injured. And if we talk about healers, then there are 2D rank healers and 1B rank healer. Then we see a healer asking Juhee to heal. But Juhee is not able to concentrate on the fight, and then as soon as she uses her magic, she remembers the old dungeon, due to which her magic gets broken. Then Jinwoo thinks that it means that she is still afraid. Then Jinwoo thinks this is a D rank boss, so that means it must be weaker than the snake I just defeated. If I can break its defense, then they can kill it. Then Jinwoo throws his broken sword towards that monster with his full strength, which breaks the defense of that monster, and then the fighters there defeat that monster. Then the D rank hunter says I wonder till now none of our attacks were doing any good on it, So how were we able to break its defense, and what was that thing that came flying just now? I can't believe that this boss on which so many people hunters attack him. He gets defeated by this broken sword and then he asks an officer about the person who threw that sword. Then that officer starts telling about Jinwoo, but Jinwoo has disappeared from there. The D rank hunter thinks if he has so much power then he must be a higher rank hunter. Then Jinwoo says to himself, I didn't think I would be able to defeat him in one hit like that. Maybe the monster was weak already. Then here Juhi think did he saw Jinwoo now. With this episode ended. Hope you guys liked the video. See you in next episode.